Every 4 years, something extraordinary happens. Cities become unusually quiet. Restaurants rush to install giant screens. Families gather around televisions. Businesses adjust their schedules. Even people who rarely watch football suddenly become passionate fans. For just 90 minutes, billions of eyes are locked onto the same event. 22 players, one ball, one trophy. But while fans celebrate goals and heartbreak, another game is taking place behind the scenes. A financial game worth billions of dollars. The FIFA World Cup isn't just the biggest sporting event on the planet. It's one of the most profitable entertainment businesses ever created. FIFA doesn't manufacture products. It doesn't own football clubs. It doesn't build the stadiums where matches are played. Yet every World Cup generates billions in revenue, making FIFA richer than many multinational corporations. So how can a tournament lasting just 1 month become a money-printing machine? Where does all that money come from? Who really profits from the world's favorite sport? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the $10 billion machine behind the FIFA World Cup. Number 1, the most valuable game on Earth. At first glance, football looks beautifully simple. 2 teams, 1 referee, a ball, 90 minutes. But simplicity is exactly what makes it powerful. Football speaks a language everyone understands. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need perfect weather. Children can play it in a street, on a beach, or in an empty field. That universal appeal has turned football into the world's most popular sport. And FIFA controls the biggest stage of all. The World Cup isn't simply a tournament. It's a global entertainment product. Every match creates drama. Every upset becomes headline news. Every goal becomes a memory shared across generations. In today's economy, attention is one of the most valuable assets anyone can own. Streaming platforms compete for it. Social media companies fight for it. Advertisers spend fortunes trying to capture it. FIFA doesn't merely organize football matches. It owns one of the rare events capable of capturing the attention of billions of people at exactly the same moment. And when billions of people watch together, every second becomes incredibly valuable. That's the true foundation of FIFA's business empire. Number 2, the billion-dollar TV deal. Most fans experience the World Cup through a television, laptop, or smartphone. That screen is where FIFA earns its biggest paycheck. Broadcasters around the world compete fiercely for the rights to air World Cup matches. Why? Because live sports are becoming increasingly rare. Movies can be streamed later. TV shows can be watched anytime. But a World Cup final must be watched live. Nobody wants to hear the score before seeing the match. That urgency creates enormous value. Broadcasters know millions of viewers will tune in simultaneously. And wherever viewers go, advertisers follow. Companies spend millions for just 30 seconds of advertising during major matches because they know those commercials will reach an enormous audience. The result: television rights alone generate billions of dollars for FIFA. In many ways, FIFA isn't selling football. It's selling access to one of the largest audiences on Earth. Number 3, the sponsorship goldmine. Look around any World Cup stadium. You'll notice the same global brands appearing again and again. They're on advertising boards, on interview backdrops, on digital graphics, even around the trophy presentation. These companies aren't simply buying advertising space. They're buying emotion. When millions celebrate unforgettable moments, brands want to become part of those memories. Think about the greatest goals in World Cup history. Fans remember the celebrations, the emotions, the excitement. And subconsciously, they also remember the brands surrounding those moments. That's why companies invest hundreds of millions of dollars to become official FIFA partners. For them, it's more than marketing. It's association with joy, passion, and national pride. Very few events can deliver that kind of emotional connection. And FIFA knows exactly how valuable that connection is. Number 4, the stadium business. Most people assume ticket sales are the biggest source of income. They're important, but they're only one piece of a much larger puzzle. Today's stadiums are designed to generate revenue far beyond ordinary seats. Luxury suites, VIP lounges, corporate hospitality packages, exclusive dining experiences, premium parking, private viewing areas. Large corporations pay enormous sums to entertain clients during World Cup matches. For executives, attending isn't just about football. It's about networking, closing business deals, building relationships. The World Cup has become one of the world's largest corporate entertainment events. Football may be the attraction, but premium experiences create another powerful stream of income. Number 5, the merchandise empire. Why do millions buy official jerseys every 4 years? Why purchase scarves, hats, footballs, keychains, and collectibles? Because people aren't buying fabric, they're buying identity. Supporting your country becomes something you can wear. Every jersey represents hope. Every scarf symbolizes belonging. Every souvenir captures a memory. Even years later, fans look at those items and remember exactly where they were when history happened. That's emotional branding. And emotional branding sells. Official merchandise creates another enormous revenue stream for FIFA while strengthening the tournament's global identity. The logo becomes more than a symbol. It becomes part of football culture itself. Number 6, why countries spend billions to host it. Hosting the World Cup isn't cheap. Countries often spend billions building stadiums, improving airports, expanding transportation systems, constructing hotels, upgrading infrastructure. So why do governments compete so fiercely for the opportunity? Because the World Cup is much more than a sporting event. It's the world's biggest commercial advertisement. For 1 month, billions of people see your cities, your culture, your landmarks, your hospitality. Supporters travel from every corner of the globe. Hotels fill up. Restaurants become crowded. Local businesses receive international exposure. Some countries hope those visitors return years later as tourists or investors. But hosting also carries significant risks. Several stadiums built specifically for World Cups later sit nearly empty. Construction costs often exceed initial budgets, and economists continue debating whether hosting delivers enough long-term economic benefits to justify the enormous expense. For some nations, it's a profitable investment. For others, it's an expensive lesson. Number 7, the real business lesson. The greatest lesson from FIFA isn't about football, it's about ownership. FIFA doesn't own every football club, it doesn't employ every player, it doesn't control every league. Instead, it owns the platform where the world comes together. That distinction changes everything. Platforms create value by connecting audiences. Think about the biggest technology companies. Many don't manufacture everything they sell. Instead, they create marketplaces where people meet, communicate, or transact. FIFA applies the same principle. Its greatest asset isn't physical, it's intellectual. It owns the event, the brand, the reputation, the trust. When billions of people gather around one platform, money naturally follows. Attention becomes revenue. Emotion becomes business. That is the real genius behind FIFA's model. Number 8, the future of the machine. Football continues to evolve. Fans no longer watch only on television. They're streaming matches on phones, watching highlights on social media, following players through online platforms. Artificial intelligence is changing sports broadcasting. Virtual reality could eventually let fans experience matches from home as though they were inside the stadium. Interactive content is becoming more important every year. Yet despite all these technological changes, one thing remains constant. People love stories. They love heroes, underdogs, rivalries, victory, heartbreak. Technology may change how football is delivered, but it won't change why people watch. As long as billions care about the game, FIFA's business model will continue growing. The platform adapts. The audience remains. A football match lasts only 90 minutes, but the business behind those 90 minutes never sleeps. Every goal creates headlines. Every celebration creates memories. Every tournament creates billions of dollars. The FIFA World Cup isn't simply about sport. It's one of the greatest examples of how attention, emotion, branding, and storytelling can be transformed into an economic powerhouse. The players compete for glory. The nations compete for pride. The fans chase unforgettable memories. And behind it all, one organization has built one of the most valuable attention machines in human history. Because in today's world, the biggest fortune doesn't always belong to the people playing the game. Sometimes, it belongs to the ones who own the stage where the entire world comes to watch. Whether you're passionate about football or fascinated by business, the World Cup is a masterclass in branding, marketing, and the power of owning a global platform. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next breakdown of the world's biggest businesses, richest organizations, and the hidden economics behind the things we see every day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.